Yes, hello. Do you feel welcome? Are you happy with your decision? Did you find this podcast by accidentally bumping something while your phone was in your pocket? Who knows? Am I Wes Dawson, the most gracious host of Gabagool and 8? Only time will tell. And that time is an 8-minute block. Is this the question episode? Is this an episode of experimentation and interpretation? In other words, ending in TION? I don't know. What I do know is that this theme is only 43 seconds in and may just be the audio equivalent of stepping in dog shit. But I do believe it's a short episode, so who gives a shit? So what is Gabagool and 8? Is it an experience unlike any other you've had in the past 6 months? Is it a program that has shaped the minds of the youth of today? Is it a program you listen to while taking a dump at work? I certainly do hope so. So what is the point of this week's episode? Do I even know? Am I regretting this episode? Quite possibly, yes. Have I had trouble recruiting expert panel members that don't come on the show with the sole intent of degrading and insulting me? Yes. Here's a question. Now, why didn't this episode become a footnote in episode 25, My Failures? I don't know. Don't have the answer to that. I wish I did. So am I going to try a new attempt in order to get someone to talk to on my show? Well, let's see. Do I have a phone book in front of me that I'm going to pick out a random number to dial and ask them a few questions? And here we go. All right. Yes, hello. My name is Wes Dawson, and you tell me, are you on the most exciting and creative new podcast of the past year?
Wait, who is this?
May I answer that in a question?
No.
This may be an exciting new segment.
That's dumb. Fuck you. How did you get this number?
Quite frank, I picked it out of a phone book.
Who uses a phone book anyway, you Jeopardy-loving crackhead?
Well, that may have been a terrible idea. What's the next segment? Good, bad. Experimenting with themes. A good is the all-question episode. The bad, does this even make sense, or is this just a terrible waste of mine and your time? We'll jump right into dumb shit people say who should be smarter. Well, this is a quote dear to my own heart. I want to do an all-question episode of Gabagool and 8. Was this a terrible idea? I would answer it, but... Well, let me get real with you for a second, okay? We're going to drop the shtick. We're going to drop the questions. We are just going to talk, you and me. Here's the thing. The theory of this episode is great. What I had in my mind was a insightful trip into word games, wordplay, and other things people don't really find entertaining. What I ended up with, when I came to edit, was a 4-minute block of an incoherent rambling under the guise of a series of questions. It raises concern to some of my upcoming themes, wondering just how well they will actually play out. I think half the fun is seeing if they do or not, and then putting them out there anyway regardless. Now, in spirit of this week's theme, I had opened up my Instagram story for suggestions, for questions to ask Wes Dawson. These 3 were the 3 most asked questions. Number 1 wasn't so much a question as it was a statement. Die, Wes, die. I don't know why someone would hold so much anger and resentment towards Wesley Snipes. The man may have made mistakes with his taxes, but he's still a fine actor. Question number 2, you call that girth? I don't know what that word means, so won't be answering that one either. And of course the third, yet probably most puzzling question, Wes, it burns when I pee. I'm not sure if it's a question or a desperate plea for help, but I'll be sending them DMs shortly. I'm going to turn this around on you. So these are questions for my adoring and devoted near cult-like fans. What themes do you want to hear? Do you want an episode of me communicating in various tones? Why have you left all of your religious and socio-political beliefs at the wayside in order to show Gabagool and Nate and Wes Dawson your proper devotion? It's weird, it's strange, but I'll tell you, I appreciate the hell out of it. Well, upcoming for next week. Now, I don't even know if these are considered questions. I do an all-answer episode that'll be even less coherent than the one you've just listened to. I do a special segment called Unfiltered, where I say my real opinions on things without worrying about the man or Twitter trolls or SJWs coming after me saying, "Hey Wes, that was some horribly hurtful things you said to me. My father's death is still an open wound. How dare you?" And a new segment, Shooting with Whiskey, which is basically I get shit-faced on whiskey and let her rip on anyone or anything that may cross my mind. So do I want to thank you? Do I want to say listen, like, subscribe? Yes. I'm Wes Dawson. This has been Gabagool and 8. And don't worry, there will never be another question episode.